Abused by your mother, grandmother, or your siblings. How in the world do we allow this to happen as a mom? How? How do we let these things happen as a grandmother? So that is a question that we have. Hi, I'm Aerica Karriem. I am a relationship coach, a family mediator, an author, and a speaker. And today we're going to be focused on abuse by your mom, your grandmother, and your siblings. To be honest with you, it's a pattern that's hard to break. So the question is, are you open to breaking the cycle? The other question is, do you even know how to break this cycle? When you've been in it for so long, only thing you can do is just roll with the punches. Try to figure things out and just learn as much as you can. But the problem is that when you're abused and you're neglected as a child, or you feel abandoned, or you feel hurt as a child, then you have a guard up. And that guard means sometimes that you have to self teach yourself, right? You become self taught. Well, if you become self taught, sometimes you're just not teaching yourself the right things to do. So I have another question for you. Have you ever, in your wildest dreams, thought about, have your mother or grandmother, the way they were treating you, have they ever been treated like that by their mother and their great grandmother? And the history goes all the way back. Now, if it happened to you, then what that means is they could have said in the past, same thing you have said, I'm not going to do that to my children. I'm just not. It's not right. Do you think that they've said that? Maybe, maybe not. One thing that we know for sure is that hurt people hurt people. I know. That's not an excuse, right? But the fact remains is that hurt people, and it becomes a generational cycle over and over and over and over again. And there's no way to change it unless you are conscious, right? You are aware that these things happen. And you're also conscious that some of these behaviors, you just can't change yourself. You're going to need help, right? You're going to need help. So, some of the things that I know after doing this for a long time is that pain was inflicted on them. Rather, that is the emotional pain of I'm not good enough, right? Shame or guilt. Or how about not speaking their truth? What goes on in this house stays in this house, and you bet not say nothing, or I'm going to beat your butt some more. So they never say anything. They never tell anyone. They hold it in, thinking that it's their fault. Or later on, after holding all that stuff in, they become resentful. They become jealous of other people. They have the feelings of rejection and abandonment and unworthiness and unacceptance, right? all those things, loss of hope. I'm here to tell you that unconsciously you could have those things too. You say, Aerica, I don't have none of those things. Let me share with you. This is how you can tell that you possibly might have some self emotional inflicted wounds that you unconsciously are aware of. Now, here's a few things. One of them could be protecting yourself from being hurt or burnt, right? Protection. You say, Aerica, well, everybody protects themselves from something. We've all been hurt of something, right? But sometimes it's the way we do it. It's the way we do it. You're not open to new friendships. You're not open to relationships. You don't like women. You say, you know what? I don't like women. The relationships that you have are unfulfilling. And you say, you know what? I don't know about this, right? Or not only could you be saying, I don't like friendships, I don't like relationships, I don't like women, is what I'm trying to say. You could be going that route and feeling like a loner. But there are other people that act out as well, and they're reeking with a negative environment, a drug polluted environment, an addiction that you may not be in acceptance of. You might say, you know what, I don't have an addiction, or I do this because. Well, you do it because you have a coping mechanism from your hurt and from your pain. Can you imagine smoking all day, drinking all day, or after you get off of work, maybe you're functional. The problem is you want to heal, right? You're unconsciously doing things. You say, you know what? I'm grown. I can do that. You grown. You can be grown, but you also can be grown and be healed. You can't do it by yourself. You also can be grown. And another thing we do is we speak our mind, right? We speak our mind. I'm strong. I'm powerful. And all while you speak in your mind, you are speaking death into someone else. Your tongue is uncontrollable. Your tongue is unnecessary. You know how we tell our children, everything that you're thinking, you don't have to say, right? Everything you're thinking, you just don't have to say. But you, on the other hand, or maybe your mom used to be like this. And it's just a pattern. Again, I'll say it again. Patterns are hard to break. So you say, okay, I'm grown. And all the while, without the healing that you need, because you think you can do it by yourself, you're hurting other people. You're controlling. You won't let other people talk or get a word in edgewise. Listen, I know that we have all been hurt in some case, right? Today, we're talking about the mother, the grandmother, the sister, or the brother that wounds you physically or emotionally, right? And you need help. And I want more for you. So I need you to do two things. Number one is become an advocate for yourself, of yourself, right? What does that mean when you become an advocate for yourself and of yourself? That means that for yourself, become an advocate, get you some healing, but also for yourself as well and of yourself so that you can do it, so that you don't pass this critical dysfunctions onto your children. Okay, so I want you to understand that when you are doing things, you're not just doing it for you, you're doing things and you're causing other people chaos. You're causing dysfunctions. People are that you're raising, whether it's your children, your nieces and nephews, your grandchildren, they all are getting a piece of you, and that madness are going to live on for generations and generations. If you don't care about yourself, care about them. Okay. So that's the one thing I will need you to do is become an advocate for yourself and your family. The next thing I need you to do is evolve. Even though that happened to you, even though that happened to you, and it was pain and hurt along with it, anger, anxiety, and stress that came along with it, it's now time for you to evolve. It's time for you to develop a mindset that you can't do this by yourself. You need help. So we are putting on a mother-daughter boot camp. And I want you to consider going through the 2-day mother and daughter boot camp. Now, whether your mother is alive or not, you still may have a grandmother that's alive that can go through it with you. You still may have a older sister that you could not get along with that can go through it with you. The mother and daughter boot camp is for you to create an environment of love, of compassion, so that you both can be on the same page, of boundaries, of respect, right? And so that's what we're here for. So I want to say that I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for your family, and you can do this. You can do this. There's a saying that you must have a breakdown before you can have a breakthrough. Again, I'm Aerica Karriem. You can follow me, like it, subscribe, and you can even share because somebody need this message. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.